Sitting alongside me is one of my very dear friends, and a guy that I think everyone would acknowledge in this room that he would probably be one of the greatest competitors that this state's ever produced as far as motorcycling is concerned. That's the great Charlie West. Charlie, good to see you tonight, mate.
Yeah, good to be here, Con.
Mate, a legend of the sport, motocross, scrambling, speedway, you name it. There wasn't many things that you did, not a million percent, I should say. Even with your son Gary racing McLaren, you kept him on the racetrack for a long time, and he won many Australian titles. But we're talking about you tonight. You spoke already about the fact that you raced against Peter. And you and I both went to his funeral. It was just amazing what a great contribution he made to the sport, wasn't it?
Oh, it was terrific. And a lot of people haven't said that he was a great gentleman, a real great gentleman amongst the motorcycles, all the motorcycle people. But other than that, he was a brilliant rider, and lastly, a real close mate of mine.
Of course, his brother Alan was no slouch, was he?
Oh, Alan, well, we were pretty good mates. Alan was brilliant. We went to Tasmania, and I won the 350, and in the 500 we coming down the main straight, and I went sideways, and Alan ran over the bloody top of me. Broke my finger that moment. So popped straight the handlebars out, and we went out and won the Open Australian title. But no, Alan was a brilliant rider, and funny, this is how funny it was. We caught a train from Perth to Melbourne. Jimmy Guilford got the bikes, and anyway, we got on the Princess of Tasmania and went to Tasmania. And the place where we got to stay was in a pub. There was only two beds, and Pop slept in one, and Alan himself had to sleep in for ends. And the next day we were out racing against one another. So, it's pretty hard out on the track, but once it's over, and you're all good mates again.
Now, a lot of people don't realise, but I think you won state and Australian titles in the numbers about 20 or plus.
Yeah, it's in the 20s, maybe up about 28 or something. Won state titles, I think, in every state in Australia. And Bob went to Queensland, and we won a couple there. And I've had a great career.
And then you, of course, went to Europe, and that was the highlight of your life. And of course, you saw a whole different side of the sport of motorcycle racing, didn't you?
Oh yeah, that was a great eye-opener. It was just unbelievable to go to Europe. I was lucky enough to be in the Australian team that beat the Poms. Tim Gibbs organised that. Roy East, Tim Gibbs, Ray Fisher, Bob Walpole, and Kelvin Franks. And anyway, we beat the English down at just out of Brands Hatch motocross, and I think I'm the only person still breathing.
You tried to kill yourself a couple of times on the speedway, mate, didn't you?
Yeah,
I did a pretty good job on the speedway, mate.
I tried a few times. I actually fractured both of the skull, my neck, collarbones, ribs, whatever. The worst thing was I'd been out of sleep for a while, a couple of weeks I think it was, and I thought, geez, I've got to get to the toilet instead of doing it in this tin. So I got down there. It took me about 5 minutes to get down there, and goodness, only blood come out. So I got back to the bloody bed a lot quicker than I got down there. And that was only kidneys, and they come good, so everything's all right.
If you ever go to the York Motor Museum, you'll see the 26 speed the winnings hole, which Charlie piloted. And if you ever went to Claremont Speedway, I've got to tell you this story. in a 20-car field. He would be off the back field because all the top guns in those days used to go off the back mark. And Charlie would be in front when they come to the main street of the first day. And that was something that's indelibly described in my mind. I just couldn't believe that. And a lot of people, even Graham Jones, the great Australian champion, was they couldn't believe that you could pass them. And then you found out you were blind in one eye, didn't you?
I knew I was blind in one eye. Like the old Professor Constable, he done the cataract and me eye on this side, and like Professor Constable was a great fan of mine at Speedway. And he said, "Oh, I'll do the other eye." And I said, "No, it's no use doing that one because I can't see out." Incredible. And he jumped around the studio like he was an old man. I thought he might have a heart attack. But yeah, so I've had a lot of funny things happen in my life. Talking about Europe, I raced at Bluescap, the south of France, and a big international event, all the factory riders there, and it was on the beach and in the sand, similar to Brooklands, and I won that 3 years in succession.
Wow.
And yeah, that was
Pretty
one of my
special.
highlights.
Good on you, Charlie. Well, it's a pleasure having you tonight. Thanks for the effort for coming along, and thanks to your daughter-in-law for bringing you along. We appreciate it.
No, not my daughter, or my lovely daughter.
Your